Hello and welcome to episode 286 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. In today's episode, I'm picking up on a phrase from a movie which you've probably heard of. The movie is Glenn Ross, and the phrase is always be closing. ABC, always be closing. I got a bit of an issue with that statement. Of course I do. I'm me. I got a bit of an issue with that statement. I don't think you should always be closing because some people are unclosable, if that's a thing. You're not actually going to sell to everybody you meet. It's impossible to do so. So why set yourself this impossible standard when you're inevitably going to fail and you have the shame and the guilt and all the nasty, horrible feelings you get from not doing what you were supposed to do because it's so easy to always be closing. So the thing for me to bear in mind is ABC, always be curious. Always be curious. Always be asking questions. If you want to do well at sales and selling, you've just got to ask really good questions, learn about your buyer, and then connect the dots. So ABC, always be curious. And there's some great questions in sales and selling you can ask. Things like, what makes you say that? What makes you say that? Hey, James, I'm really sorry we can't go ahead. Oh, I don't think you're right for us. What makes you say that? Well, blah, blah, blah. So a question like what makes you say that goes from symptom to cause, and it helps you to progress the conversation. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that is another great question to essentially confront your potential buyer with something that it probably shouldn't be okay with, but to do it in a nice and polite way. So if you don't sign up to Selling Confidence and learn how to improve your sales, then you might be leaving money on the table, blah, blah, blah. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? It's very difficult for somebody to say, yes, I'm fine with bad things happening, but it's done in a more softly way. So those are just two questions. There's lots and lots more, but the principle is this: questions are the answer. Questions are the answer. Don't ABC always be closing, because you get yourself into all sorts of pickles and you won't enjoy yourself. ABC always be curious. The better the questions you ask, the better the answers you get, the better the outcomes you're going to get to. So that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Join us tomorrow in episode 287, where I'm going to tell you to push your buyers away. Oh yes, push them away as hard as you can. Obviously, it's not that straightforward. I'll explain more tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hop on over to sellingconfidencescore.com. That's sellingconfidencescore.com. There's a 2-minute quiz, a yes/no question quiz, where you can find out what is your number one sales blocker. What's the thing that's holding you back? We'll identify that for you and, more importantly, give you a personalized action plan to help you overcome it. So that's sellingconfidencescore.com. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Sales Message.